Still no electricity. Besides what we got from our neighbour. You can see all the cables all over the floor. It's just not very practical. And Sally's messing up a box. And we've been looking for some properties in UK, and it's nice to look at them, but it's hard to get to look at them properly because we're not over there, and seeing the pictures in one place to see it in real life can make a huge difference. So it's like kind of a risk when we're moving over there. That's why we're gonna find just a small place to start with and just move in, and then we can stay there for a couple of months and then spend time on looking at one where we want to be. So we're just looking for a short-term place to live to start with. So that's really the plan at the moment. But we've seen some lovely places which are like, oh, this is so us, and some of them is like 10 miles UK miles from Manchester Centre, which is perfect. That's like what we have from here to our town. But the beauty of being out there, there's places to go out, and it's a big Manchester's a big place. But we don't want to be banging town centre. We want to be somewhere where we can have a little rear garden so Sally can come out for a toilet visit. Nothing like this bloody field size we got out here. That is too big. But well, because we have to cut the grass. But we are looking for something which is like have a fair bit of size to it. The problem with UK compared to Denmark is here we count square meters on the houses. So if you're looking at a house like this here is like 120 square meters with the workshop and all that. In UK they just count bedrooms, but some of the bedrooms we've seen are so small you can hardly fit a single bed in there. So well, that would just have worked for an office, but we would like to have a decent size. I'm not very good in small cramped rooms, and I never have been. So that's one thing we got against us, because I've lived in the countryside all my life and I'm used to having space around me. Anyways, I'm gonna just show you guys a Kendama trick for those of you out there. If for some of you are new, you'll already probably have learned how to put on a spike, but I'm gonna show some different tricks now and then to get some of you guys going and see if you can learn them. Right, as a new Kendama player, what you basically should be able to do is get it on the large cup and then transfer to the little cup and then go to the base cup. Alright, another trick I want to show you guys is you have to learn this. A quick spin. Don't do like that. Use your thumb to press down the handle and get the spin going. Just hold the ball like this and get used to that, and try and learn to do it without, I don't know how much you have to bend down. Try and learn to do that without having to look at that. Look at the ball and you do that. So you get comfortable with where it is. Then you can do stuff like so and catch it. So you pull up first. When the ball starts hanging, then you do your flip, and do it in one motion. Don't do it in two. Some people like to do late, but do it in one motion. That's what I think gives you the most fluent look. You can also do it from there, if you're quick enough, to spike. So you like pulling up and going spiked. So when you catch it, you have to go down like this straight away, but you need to learn to pull straight up, so you don't pull the ball that way, because that will make the ball turn. You have to pull straight up. So hold like this, so the string is like hanging loose, there's nothing really pulling it. Don't just pull like down there, it has to come up so the ball is about the same height as where you normally stand, but you can. So pull up. So you can also sometimes, this was by mistake, you can catch them down there. You can also catch like so and stuff, but try to aim to grab the handle the same place as where you started. Alright, so first, get used to this. Do the Ken flip. When you get better, you can also do them the other way, but do this way first. And don't just throw slow, do it quick. By using your thumb, so you're like throwing up, but when you let go, you just squeeze your thumb down to give it that quick. The quicker you do it, the quicker you can go and catch your tama. So, up, catch, and then you can practice going on spike from there. Then you can also, as I mentioned, go to spike. So there you got to do the same, spin around, but you got to be ready to hold it like this, so you can catch it. And that's very important that you pull the ball up straight, so the hole stays straight, because else you won't be able to spike it. So you do like this. Ah, almost. Let's try again. Probably won't have it in the first 2 or 3 times. See? Maybe if I pull a bit higher. There we go. That was a trick for me. Pull higher, and then pull straight up. Not sideways, because that will make the ball spin. You can see if I pull straight up here, you won't see the hole in the ball. If I pull in towards myself, you'll see the hole. See? You can see the hole. So put straight up and then quick spin. The spin is like, you do the spin in one motion. As soon as you pull up there, you do the spin. So that's a trick for today. Ken flip. Good trick if you're doing it here on stone or wooden floor. To save yourself, put a pillow underneath. So in case you do drop it, you don't trash the floor and ruin your kendama. So it's a good little guide tip. Or if you have a carpet where you are, use that to play on like what we got here. Alright, but we need to go out with Sally because it's getting dark soon. So I'll catch you guys later. Out on another dog walk, which is like kind of the highlights of the days at the moment because there's nothing else to do at home, definitely. When I come back home, I will need to try and figure out a way to connect the printer. I have some graphics I need to print out and add to some fingerboards, and I don't know if at one point tomorrow, I mean it's wet again now. It was just drying up last night. Of course it had to rain again in the night, so everything is wet again. Hate Danish winters. It's not very pleasant at all. So for all you people who lives in America with or warmer places like Spain, deep down Africa, wherever you are, California, Florida, you're lucky. Probably think it's nice. It must be nice to cool down now and then. I'd rather any day be slightly too warm than too cold. So yeah, we're just taking her out for a little walk. At least for her it's fine. She just want to have some exercise, and we got to do that. That's the criteria of having a dog. Even though I never think of her as a dog, she's part of the family and much more than a dog. She gives so much love and care. She's gorgeous. But if you have an animal, look after it. That's the reason. If you get an animal, you have to look after it. That's why I get so annoyed when I see people like, oh, I got a puppy for Christmas. Dogs are not for Christmas, they're for life. Because I see so many times that, oh, we have a little puppy now, it's so cute. Then the dog starts to get a bit older, a couple of months after Christmas, and the kids, or whoever got it, get bored with it, and the poor thing is either being just left somewhere, and people just taking off on it, or they're handing it into some sort of like animal shelter thingy. I was like, you got this dog, or whatever animal it is. I think dogs are the most important ones, but cat as well. But dogs are so loyal and they love you unconditionally. And whenever I hear people just had a dog for a couple of months, oh, it's grown big now, it's not much fun anymore because people just like the puppy state, I get really, really angry and annoyed. So definitely when we get to UK, Paul and I, we have been considering that Sally should have a litter of puppies, just one litter. We don't want to do 2 or 3 litters like some people do. I mean, I know they can have 1 or 2 without problems, but I don't want to make it a puppy mill out of her. I hate that. So she can have 1 litter of puppies, and then we'll keep one of them, preferably a girl. So we have a mom and daughter. And then eventually, depending on how much space we have, or we're gonna get over there and where we're gonna live, we might consider getting another one. But that could probably be a rescue dog, because I think it's important that before you go out and purchase a new puppy and stuff, go and look up what's in the shelters or animal rescue and stuff like that. There's an equally as loving dog out there, and just because you like to have the puppy state, you don't have to get that. Some people get a puppy and they get annoyed and angry with having to dry up pee and poo and clean after them a lot. Then get a dog which is maybe 6-month-old or a year old, which has been potty trained and all that, so you don't have the problem with that. See, that's the benefit of having a dog which is not that young. We had Sally when she was about 6 months. She wasn't a rescue dog. It was an old woman who had 2 dogs already, and Sally was one of the puppies, and she kept 1 puppy, a male herself, and had the mother. And having Sally was a bit too much for her, having 3 dogs, and she really wanted to keep a boy, even though she loves Sally just as much. But we met the woman, and she said, you can have Sally free of charge if you promise to look after her and come out and visit now and then. And we have done that. So I have using my phone as a camera light. Isn't that cool? So let's see if we can see a little face out here. Oh, there she is. Can you see her? Sally. Not for me. Alright. Come on in. There you go. Good girl. I'm feeling peckish. I want to have something to eat. And we haven't got really anything because our fridge is not working because of the power is gone. But we had something in the cupboard. Had some bread, which is fine. I just checked it. I'm going to make sure it doesn't have any mold in it. But that's fine. It's right there. Nice sandwich bread, white bread. And I found something else, which I have, which is also very nice. Taco salsa medium. What I'm going to attempt now is to actually take a piece of bread and take a knife and put some of that salsa on it and see how that tastes. And I'll let you guys know if it's nice or not. But let me just go ahead and do that. It's very, very like last solution of food, but I need something. I'm a little bit peckish, so let's try and do that. Alright, so we're gonna get a slice of toast. It's a little bit dry because it has been in the fridge without being cold for a day or two. Alright, and yeah, so I've done that. There's no reason to put it in the fridge because the fridge is not working. Alright, let's get a knife. We had to wash up today and we had to use wash up in hand. So yeah. Alright, let's have a look at this. Smells good. It's nice salsa. Let's stir it around. Take a little bit out. This is really, really weird, guys. But I'm sure it probably tastes fine. I can imagine it'll taste a little bit like a pizza, something like that. What could have been good now is you took this here and you put that in the oven or something like that for maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Then put a slice of cheese on top. Then I could imagine it would be just like a pizza. Alright, just closing this off. Putting that back in the fridge, which doesn't work. You can see there's no light, so there's no power in there. Milk and everything is outside, so it doesn't go off. Let me just put the knife in the sink. Right, I'm going down on my knees here because I want you guys to see my reaction when I try this. It's either going to be nice or horrible, so here goes nothing. All these crumbs. We need to clean when we get power back on. Right. Just tastes like salsa. It's not bad, but it's not that good. It's nicer than eating the bread on its own, but it's nothing I would do probably again. Yeah, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So, and this is how you make a salsa piece of bread. Well, I'm sure if you could heat it up, it would taste nice. But this way it's just, it's alright. Alright, I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Take care, love you all, stay awesome and epic, and have a Merry Christmas. Peace.